You clicked on this video because you want to learn more about setups. Today I'm gonna teach you. I'm not gonna go really deep in depth. I'm gonna try and make it short and not waste your time making a setup adjustable to be comfortable in a race, because it's so important, especially on this game. First, I'm gonna take you through the little things you can adjust, making a time trial setup nice for your league race, career mode race, 5-lappers, anything you want. And then secondly, I'm gonna go through what you can do to adjust that setup then and make it comfortable for you. Let's get right into it. I'm just gonna take the world record setup here. We're gonna start off with, of course, the aerodynamics. Usually the aerodynamics in a time trial setup are pretty high, and in a race you want it lower. To start off, I would just simply go 10 lower, about right like this, right? The arrows, the more arrow, the more downforce you will have. The less arrow, the more straight line speed you will have. In this game, it's important to regain your ERS quicker, your energy deployment. So that's why you would like a lower wing. That's the first thing. Then 100 on throttle, keep it at 100. The off throttle, this will give you the rotation in the middle of the corner. Lower is more rotation, higher is less rotation. I'm not gonna go into depth why, you can look that up in another video, but this is just simply how it works. Yeah, if you're sliding around a lot, then you might want to up this. Usually you go from qualifying to race. You sometimes like it lower in the qualifying than in the race because you have more grip in the qualifying. Alright, usually about, I think it was 30, that's usually a good point to start with on this game. Suspension geometry, I'm not even gonna say anything about this, just keep it all on the left. Suspension. Usually you see this inverted front and rear suspension in this game. Usually 41-1. This will give you the least aggressive suspension possible because the front is the highest, and meaning that it gets more aggressive when you change it like this. When you increase the rear, it will have more initial turn in a corner. That's why even it was 41-10. This is usually quite aggressive for this game. For a racing situation, you want to usually start at 41-1. If you think this is too stable for you, or you want that extra initial turn in, you up the rear. Alright. Then the roll bars will also be rotation more in the middle of the corner. So this is more initial turn in the corner, and this is more in the whole, like whole corner. I don't know, in the middle of the corner. That's how I see it. Usually this is more aggressive, as you see this is not inverted because you need the rotation. The more rotation you can drive with, the faster you will go, but it needs to be drivable. You're not a computer. So let's say you have it like this. This will be the most aggressive roll bars you can do. You will have a hell of a lot of rotation, but it will be hard to control the car. That's why usually, as it was, I think something like this, this is a good starting point to start at 818, right? You can keep it like this from the time trial setup. Usually I would go lower than, I would go 41-1, 818. And then the front and rear ride height. This, you want it as low as possible, because the lower the ride height is, the more the car gets sucked into the ground. However, let's say you go over bumps and you lose the car really easily, you will want to up this. But you have to remember that if you up one side, only the front, it will change the balance of the car. So keep that in mind. It can also have a positive impact. In this game, this is the highest that you want to go, and this is the lowest that you want to go. I've not seen a setup yet where 19 is involved. I've not seen a setup. Yeah, you have some tracks where there's actually really high rear ride height. You don't, after the updates, you don't really need to go that high anymore, and it will just give you that extra stability on the rear. And yeah, it feels nicer, you know, to have it lower on the rear. Then front brake bias. This will give the load to the front or to the rear when you're braking the car, meaning if the load is at the rear of the car and you turn the car, of course all the weight is on the rear, then you have more turning. So if that's too much load, the car will spin out when you brake. Basically, I hope that was clear. Usually in this game it is from 52 to 55. For qualifying, you usually have it one lower. And then you have the tire pressures that are a big thing in this game. Started with max tire pressures on every tires because of the tire temperature. However, nowadays I prefer it like this. Every track Start out with this configuration. You need to understand that the more the tires are inflated, the less grip it will have on the ground. So meaning the rears now have the most grip possible, right? Meaning the car is as stable it can be from the tires, right? In this configuration. If you up the front, it will have more grip on the front, but it will change the balance of the car. Of course, it's all about balance. Start out with this. If you overheat the tires too much on the rears, you can up this. You can go to like 22. If it's still too bad overheating the tires, it's all about the grip and the feel that you have, because sometimes you overheat the tires, but because of the amount of extra grip that you receive from the less inflated tires, you will have less tire wear at the end, because you're not sliding around that much with the wheels. So something like this. I would start off with this on pretty much every track. Just try it out and see how you feel. Since I've done this, I felt so much better in the game. Now I'm gonna go through what you can do to adjust the setup and make it feel good for you personally. Alright, let's say you have this setup, right? This is now a race setup. To be honest, if I look at it, it looks pretty good. So what do you want to change? Let's say it's oversteery. You might want to go down some clicks on the front wing. See how I did 2 front wing clicks down, so I can always go up 1 again. That's just something convenient. Also, then you change the front wing, then you go out again, and you're gonna try again if that fixes the problem. If that creates another problem, then either you go back first and try something, or you stay with it and you try to find that solution to that problem again somewhere else. The point is, don't change this, this, and this at once, because you will not know what is the difference. You will not learn, you will not know what it has done for you, right? If it doesn't fix the issue, you just go back to the previous thing to try the next thing. So now you want more turn in, you can try this, but maybe you will have too much turn in and it will slide after but you can try this. You can go lower this and you have more rotation. You want more rotation, you can go lower with this. Fine. You can go higher with this. More rotation. More rotation. All of this I'm doing right now is giving more rotation. Let's say it's oversteery. You can also up the rear. It will make the rear more stable and it will make it easy to drive, but you will still lose the straight line speed that you want. So you want to always find a balance for all of these things. And these are the things that you can change. I think that's actually been enough. I don't want to make this video too long. If you want me to go more in depth, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed, learned something, leave a like and subscribe for my next video. In the screen I will put the next little tip video that I got for you. My throat is finished, so have a nice day, guys.